County, State of New California. Today is Friday, November 27th. We are at the Monterey County Courthouse and we are reading grievance number 31. Declaration of Grievance Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government violates the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence. United States Constitutional Article 5, 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peacefully to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. 14th Amendment, United States Constitution. Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress, or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress, or as an officer of the United States, or as a member of any state legislature, or as an executive or judicial officer of any state, to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in an insurrection or rebellion against the same, or give aid to comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Order of the day. The Constitution knows no curfew. We, the people of the United Counties of New California, seek the removal of the California State Governor. We are determined to stop the one-man rule of a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all U.S. citizens living in California. The dictator issues a curfew designed to deprive the people of their liberty and to assist in the insurrection against the United States of America and its citizens residing in California. As if all the other grabs at power weren't enough to engage the citizens of this state, now the dictator, Gavin Newsom, is demanding a curfew to stop the spread of the virus or to flatten the curve, as we were first told was the justification for police state measures that the people would never consider tolerating under ordinary circumstances. This is just naked tyranny and dictatorship by a pusillanimous, controlling dictator who is becoming increasingly dangerous and desperate in his drive to control the people. This curfew is being demanded as a solution to a non-existent problem. The people are not out in mass spreading the virus in the middle of the night. Does he think we are stupid? Enacting a curfew to keep people off the streets from 10 o'clock at night until 5 o'clock in the morning is going to slow the spread of a virus? This does not stand up to reason. This curfew is an infringement of our First Amendment right, which guarantees us the right to freely assemble, and this comes on the back of the theft of another election in California. It is becoming very clear that the dictator has other reasons for the imposition of a curfew. Curfews have been used by dictators and tyrants to prevent revolution, to deprive the people of the ability to organize, to deprive the people of the ability to freely travel, and to deprive the people of conducting any activity at all that would threaten the dictatorship. Curfews also have traditionally been used by communist dictators to create conditions whereby they could arrest and disappear dissenters all their political enemies in the middle of the night and avoid the public eye. What does this nefarious dictator intend to use this curfew for, since its effect in stopping the spread of this or any virus is barely worth considering? Human contact occurs during the daytime, not in the middle of the night. We reject the explanation by the dictator for his demand that we are subject to this or any curfew. Curfews are generally and historically associated with direct control of the population by the police or the military, the suspension of civil law and normal civil functions. The imposition of curfews historically precedes the imposition of martial law. What liberty that has not been stolen from the people through fraudulent elections is now being stolen through expanded authoritarian overreach and dictatorial power. We the people have every expectation that this curfew will enable the free movement at night of the governor's terrorist allies. Antifa, Black Lives Matter, the cartels and other foreign enemies of America's soil, to conduct warfare and terrorism against the populace and to assist in an insurrection. While the people are disallowed from celebrating holidays, attending normal church services, conducting funerals and eating at restaurants, the terrorists are now not hindered in the slightest by the governor from conducting treasonous and hostile activities. The dictatorial and traitorous governor, Gavin Newsom, has already demonstrated through his actions that he will not apply the same laws to these terrorists that he applies to we the people. He is providing aid and comfort to enemies of the United States of America. He is demonstrating his participation in an insurrection against the United States of America under the guise of fighting a virus that has a survival rate greater than 99%. And we the people are wise to his activities and his intentions. He is intent on remaining in power by force and in collaborating with the foreign and domestic enemies in the process and depriving the citizens of the rights they possess by law. This curfew is a component to an insurrection against the people and the normal operation of the rule of law. What is next? Persecution of political enemies? Checkpoints? Disarmament? Rationing of vital supplies? Mandatory electronic tagging of the people? Mandatory vaccines? Abductions in the middle of the night? Internment camps? It is the responsibility of all Americans to denounce the behavior of such a craven dictator immediately and take action. For New California, it is our God-given right. It is our duty to protect our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution, and our Bill of Rights with all means necessary from a craven dictator. New Californians will not comply. We request the President of the United States act immediately to remedy these abuses by the California State and declare a state of insurrection exists in California. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor, dictator, and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the United States Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. The California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist governor dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession and have created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, to thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of their abdication of responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 or the Emergency Economic Powers Act to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California. This concludes these proceedings. You may go to newcaliforniastate.com for more information or call 1-877-828-2753. Thank you.